Welcome to Eat Sleep Sixers. I am one of your hosts, 215 the Sports Guy. We got my man Berg, SWP in the house.
What's up, folks? Good to see y'all.
We got our brother B Jizzle
What
from
up? What
North
up? What
Fizzle.
up?
Guys, we're coming off a very, tough loss. It was tough in the sense of because we had an opportunity to win. We had a few opportunities to win, but shortly, give me your feelings on what y'all saw. Since Berg, you wasn't on post game. Let me know how you feel about that game, man. Talk
Can I
about it.
can I say something before Bird talk?
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Bird
B.
got on Bird got on an exclusive Eat Sleep Sixes
You
shirt on.
see
Like
him?
I
You
seen
see
Eat
him?
Sleep. I said, hold up.
Hey, man, I'm on the team, man. I love y'all, dude.
Love you too, baby.
Been kind of
Uh,
absent, but definitely there in spirit. But anyway, to elaborate on what he was talking about, the first thing I'm gonna say is Boston did not leave that game feeling like, oh yeah, we own them. We did a lot to. Well, I can say Doc did certain things that was detrimental to the team, especially on that last play. I mean, they actually told us, they showed everybody watching and everybody at that stadium what they was going to do. They gave it to Tatum. He had a short guy on him. That could have been the difference. But on top of that, Maxey, man, Maxey is digressing drastically. And I think Doc shouldn't have used him so much once he noticed that, he was ineffective on D. But coming out of that game, I like what we working with. I feel like we, formidable in the East.
okay.
So
I like that.
basically,
I like that. BG, you was on
we
post game,
we
but
we formidable in the East, but we still ain't beat them motherfuckers yet. Like
right.
we
true,
still ain't beat them yet. Bird,
true.
that's all. That's my problem. I want to beat these dudes, man. I just can't take a moral victory from that loss, man. Like I love the fight that we played with. It had the playoff atmosphere, but
Right.
them is the games we got to finish. Them games like that come down to the wire. We got to be able to finish. We
Most
got to be able to
definitely.
Absolutely.
close, and we got to be able to realize, look, the ball's going to their best player. Like, come on, let's be real. I think they thought in their head, all right, Tatum on the other end of the floor, he gonna be outside the play as a decoy. No, the best player is getting the ball. Like the best player is getting the rock.
And
So I mean, I like the way we fought. I won't say I'm still torn up about the loss. We on to the next one, but that one stung, man. That one stung. I just want to beat
It
Boston. I
definitely
just want to
stung.
beat Boston.
I would have
I do
loved
too.
I would have loved to have seen Toby on him man to man against him. I think he would have been a better matchup for that situation from him. Maybe putting more of a hand in his face rather than Melton's, who's a lot shorter. Tatum seemed to rise right over him.
He
But
contested well though. It was a
he
good contest.
contested. He
When I
contested.
watched the
That was
replay,
good D. He played good
he,
D. That was
he
just
that's
better
a big
O.
shot. That's just a
Better,
big shot. Big players make
Huge
big shots.
shot.
I
better.
can't even knock that. Big players make big shots.
So
Absolutely.
the gauntlet doesn't end. We're facing another probable playoff team tonight in the Miami Heat. Uh, they lost 4 games in a row coming into this game, so you can say that they're going to be a bit motivated to get this win. What are you guys' keys to the game to get this victory tonight, Bird?
First of all, it's to kind of not let Adebayo get 10 boards, not let him like be a force down low on the boards. We got to rebound like we did the other night. We got to protect the ball like we did the other night.
Right.
And just don't I mean like keep eye on the intangibles. Not the main guys, not the Jimmy Butlers, the Adebayos, the other guys that, can crush you from three or something. Our 3-point defense is a concern of mine.
Absolutely. What about you,
Yep.
BJ?
I'm a echo Berg. We gotta really stop the others from having good games. These are the teams. Miami's the team that we all know, that one guy that I don't like to mention his name.
What's
It's
his name?
always it's always a nobody that kills us for Miami. Don't get me wrong, Jimmy Butler do his thing, Bam Adebayo do his thing, but there's always one extra that does way too much. So I'm not saying let Adebayo get his and let Butler get his and let Hero get his, but be wary of when they put their bench in. treat them as if they starters, man. We can't play down to our competition every damn game. We can't keep getting beat up by people's benches, man. We can't.
Most definitely.
Lineup, man. Second quarter lineup.
Absolutely. Me personally, I like to see Doc be more useful as far as the bench is concerned. I want to see McDaniels play a little bit more minutes, and since PJ's getting up there a little bit, play him a little less tonight. Play McDaniels about 20 something, 25 minutes or so. I want to see this kid get a good opportunity. Leaning on this bench has to find an identity fast. We're going to lean on at least 3 to 4 of them in the playoffs. So these guys need to find out who they are and be consistent. I'm leaning towards the bench tonight. So
that's just as important to the bench itself as to the coaching and the game planning and the the checking up on the team you're about to play and coach accordingly to what you're about to face. Not the same lineups, not the same substitutions. The Embiid play the whole first quarter, then
situational coaching. Situational
Absolutely.
coaching. Not
Absolutely.
Hey, this is what my plan was. Sometimes plans change. In the middle of the game, they could change.
Exactly. Seen it with Brett Brown.
Exactly. But that's my biggest thing, Bird. I don't know if you watched the post game, but that's what I was going off on Jose. And,
I was back and forth with y'all.
they tried to downplay. Like I said, this is Sixers podcast. I'm Sixers all the way, but I'm not going to disrespect Milwaukee. I'm not. They said they don't fear them as much as they fear Boston. I said we don't have a Brook Lopez.
Right.
We don't have a Bobby Portis.
Right.
We don't have a Bobby Portis. We don't have a Carter. We don't have a Grayson Allen. Like, who are these people for us?
Right.
When Giannis sits, when Drew sits, those guys step up. We
Big
have
time.
yet to see somebody step up, and that's all I was saying. I didn't want to sound like a Milwaukee Bucks fanboy, but I'm not going to act like they role players is not head over heels better than our role player. I won't say they are. I'm not going to act as if their role players don't step up when needed.
They're more consistent.
Yes,
they're more consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. But that starts with coaching as well. I point the finger at coaching a lot. As far as like you say, give Daniels 25 minutes going into the playoffs. Get them acclimated. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
4 minutes here, 6 minutes there. It's not going to beget consistency.
Yeah.
So, or even just borderline consistency, because who's really consistent? But I just think that starts on that bench, man. It starts at, the NovaCare Center. It's just, that's what I'm missing. What the hell do they do at practice? I've been asking that, even when we win.
You need to get a shirt with that on it.
It's nothing got a stamp on it in our wins or our losses. It's just, I don't know.
I seen somebody at 6 or 24/7 point to the Paul Reed didn't do nothing when he was in. He was in 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid played excellent. You know what I mean? But could he use a little bit more of a blow during it? Could have Paul Reed have brung some energy with 10 minutes? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Lead disintegrated.
But we had the energy we needed from that position. I know we don't give this man flowers often, but PJ was the best.
He was balling.
PJ he could have been that night. So we can't say, hey, insert Paul Reed, take out PJ as if PJ wasn't.
I would have kept PJ in. I would have kept PJ in at the power and had Paul.
Oh, absolutely.
Too. You know what I mean?
My thing with PJ was once Horford started hitting them threes, you see the guards get penetration and B got to commit to them. That left Horford just naked for threes.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker would have been on him for the duration of the entirety of the, possessions. He wouldn't have had them threes. That's why I said we didn't beat Boston, man. But if that's a testament of how games is going to go against them, a little better coaching, a little better decision making, we can beat them, but we didn't. Like BG said, we want to beat them. But just to say that it's impossible, I can't say that. Because I'm up in the air about it.
I don't think it's impossible. Although we down 3-0 in the series right now, in the season series, I don't think it's out of this world to think that we can beat them in the playoffs. I think we can beat them, but damn it, I'm tired of losing to their
I'm tired of losing to them too. But if it is a positive, in my opinion, the Sixers hasn't gotten worse, gradually. They get better every game. They haven't regressed all season.
as a collective, but what about individually? Because individually, DeAnthony Melton hasn't been the same. Tyrese
Listen,
Maxey hasn't been the
You
same.
gotta figure that out.
absolutely.
You gotta figure that out.
Shake Milton seems like a shell of himself lately. Like
As
we
much
can
as
say as a
much,
team, we haven't changed, but individually, some guys have fell off a little bit
I
lately.
think as a team we have changed as far as
George Dang is-
getting better.
Yeah.
But my expectations of individual players and my criticisms of them comes with whether or not they had plays called for them when they missed a shot, whether they getting blown by on defense, or like, you know what I'm saying? So
what did you think
expectations got to be rational. Like, what are you supposed to have 20? How many times did he shoot? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
What did you think about my take on Toby last game when Jose said, "I'm tired of getting first quarter Toby, and then second half he's invisible," and I straight up said, "No, they literally put him in the corner and say, just stand there while we ISO ball with Harden."
It was a lot of ISO ball in the second half of that game.
Toby his number never gets called in the second half.
Never
Gets called.
Some of that starts at the bench.
Yeah.
You know how many possessions Harden was dribbling at the 6 feet from the top of the key? Like, he was just dribbling, assessing things. And I don't think centers should ever had a ball in their hand at the top of the key unless it's off a pick and roll.
Yeah.
So that's my take on that.
I feel like the two centers,
but Embiid kind of different.
That's how I say the two centers that stand out in the NBA, Joel Embiid and Joker. They operate well at the top of the key. I ain't gonna front. I agree with you because I watch 90s basketball, 80s basketball.
But not decision making.
But now, them two months, they get the ball up there, it's gonna be a problem.
Yes, it is.
Got to be on the block. So before we go into our next segment,
go ahead, baby.
I would be remiss if I didn't bring up Carl's favorite subject. So we got Dwayne Dedman, right? And he has not played yet. He's still listed as out.
My hip hurt.
Ding, 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 ding.
Is he hurt?
Guess what? That's what they're saying. But guess what? As of 30 minutes ago, Nerlens Noel just got bought out. Do we dare cut Dedman and sign Noel back? What y'all think?
Is he a better player?
Immediately.
Is he a better player?
No. Immediately.
Why not?
Immediately.
Why not?
Well, it has to be immediate because
Noel's an active body. He's somebody that's going to bang down low, whether he had 2 points or not.
It'll have to be immediate because the date to sign with a team after you get bought out is March 1st. So it has to be in the next 2 days that Noel has to get picked up by a team.
I say get him, man.
I say he gets picked up from somebody tonight. I don't think teams are going to wait that long.
Do you think the Sixers should get him?
Absolutely.
Carl.
I said that.
Okay. All right.
We don't have a backup big. We don't have a backup big.
Put like this. We've been clamoring for Paul Reed to get more minutes. I think he's a more athletic and a longer Paul Reed. So why not? If we want Paul Reed in the game, why wouldn't we want Nerlens Noel?
Listen, point blank.
I think Paul Reed might be slightly a little better scorer, but as far as everything else, Noel got him.
Well, with the point guard we have now, you don't even have to be a scorer. You just got to be able to set a solid screen and roll to the rim.
Exactly.
This ain't TJ McConnell playing point guard no more. This James Harden. He's going to find you in the right spots to score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, BG, before we roll to our over and unders in 2 minutes, because we got them in the inbox. I don't know if you peep from the rest of the cast. One thing, I'm going to touch right on that. One thing I'm peeping last game that wasn't really done during the Celtics, the movement without the ball. Toby did a beautiful job, him and Embiid, with the two-man game, with Toby slashing to the basket. We need more of that. You don't got to be robots at the three-point line.
Exactly. I don't think nobody should ever be standing around.
That's a personal decision. Move. I mean, as a player, you decide when you slash or not the coach. You move.
If they're not, the coach, if he don't see them slashing, he got to say something instead of talking to his assistant coaches. And every time something happens, he look right to his assistant coach. Like, come on, man.
Because to be honest,
talk to your players.
The assistant coaches be the ones coaching. I feel like
Doc
just that inspirational voice during timeouts. But the assistant coaches be the ones. When I went to the game, and was sitting right behind the bench, I'm like, damn, I feel like the assistant coach is doing more of the coaching during timeouts than even Doc. Doc come over and tell them, look, we need to keep up this intensity, do this, blah, 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 blah. But as far as like drawing stuff up is always the assistant coaches. But
it seemed like
it's crazy.
It seemed like it's by design because look at his coaching staff. They're all head coaching material. Damn near all of them. You know, Sam Cassell, Georgia, you know what I mean? These guys have experience and can be head coaches otherwise.
Jaeger.
So I think Jaeger, shut up. I think Doc, 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 Doc purposely falls back and allowed them to do what they do best. But is it right? Nah, I like to hear more of a voice from my coach.
Yeah.
So, you know what I
He
mean?
all theatrics to walk out onto the court every time out. You ever notice he take that 30-foot walk onto the court, then come back into the huddle?
Yeah.
What is all them theatrics about?
I think most coaches do that because they're allowing their assistant coaches to coach at the time. So you'll always
That
notice
makes sense.
he'll walk out to the free throw line. Two assistant coaches will walk directly to the players on the bench. One assistant coach will go directly to Doc, and he'll draw something up, show it to Doc, and then Doc will relay it to the players. That happens almost every team does that. Almost every team does that. Is this Doc? For some reason, does look like theatrics. He walks directly to the free throw line and just. What are you doing?
What is that about? So
Yo.
we finally reached our favorite segment of the show. This is for you FanDuel goers, Bird, people that like to go on Bet MGM, put a little money on some rebounds or a jump shot or player props. And we called it BG.
And now, for BG's over and under.
Let's do it.
For me to all right, here we go, y'all. We only got 3 tonight. So the big fella, does he continue his tear offensively? 39.5 points for Joel Embiid. Real high number. Are you scared to take the over? Are you scared?
Let me see. I'm looking at their roster. I'm gonna say yeah.
That backup center is out. That Omar Yurtseven, that random ass he from somewhere, but he always have an okay game against us, but he's out.
All right, I'm gonna say under.
Give me the points again.
38.5.
No, 39.5.
That's what I think. Embiid gonna have 38.5. I'm just gonna say under though on that.
I think you're gonna take the under. I think this is going to be more of a distributing game from him. He'll definitely hit his average, but I think we'll see him pass up more shots to get others involved. We'll see.
I'm gonna go with the over. I think early and often he's gonna try to get Bam Adebayo in foul trouble. I could see him be shooting 17, 18 free throws tonight. 17, 18 free throw attempts, get some 40 points. I'm going with the over. So
understandable.
Who's the guy that's been missing? Where is he at? Come on, kid. We miss you, man. We miss you, kid. I know you want to be in the starting lineup. I know you do. It's just shit. I need you to do something for me tonight. Does he get out of his funk? I'm not asking for much. I just want his average. 19.5 for Tyrese Maxey.
Well, I've read an insert in the paper last few games, and B has been in his ear right after games. You know, they have that type of relationship where he's imploring him to be aggressive and do more, just keeping his hopes up. So I say the kid gets his average tonight. Over.
Bert?
What is his current average again? Because it fluctuated lately.
Last I checked, it was 20, but go ahead and keep talking. I'm pulling it up right now. Tyrese, why is it showing me the season stats? Go ahead, keep going.
I'm going to say under, and my reason is because Miami got some all right size. They're not a small team by any stretch.
He averages exactly what the over is.
19.4.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna say under, simply because I think somebody like Tobias or Melton might have 14 or 15 for some reason.
Melton.
So I'm gonna say under.
He scores.
Just this is all superstitions involved. I have nothing to go on. Like Carl, he thinks things with nothing really substantial. I think Embiid's going to distribute the ball. No, you hope, I guess, maybe Embiid's going to distribute the ball, or there's nothing to think that for.
I forgot to do our disclaimer before the over-under episode. Please do not take what we say and go with it. Especially Carl. Carl does not bet.
Jesus Christ.
Carl does not do his over-unders to win money.
Come on with the Carl slander, man.
With his heart. His heart.
Jesus
only,
Christ.
Please do not listen to anything that the East Sleep Sixes podcast has to say about over-unders. So
I know y'all hear the Carl hate.
Did everybody go? Yeah, everybody went. Oh no, I didn't go. I said I'm gonna take the under. I didn't say anything, but I'm gonna take the under. I think he has a better game tonight, but I don't think he cracks 20. I think he gets around like 14, 15. So
I don't think you're getting it right anyway. So let's go.
Mr. Basement.
Okay.
Say that. All right, last but not least, man, all of a sudden, the best catch and shoot guy we got on the team, all of a sudden, I thought it was George Niang, but apparently it's Tobias. Tobias Harris, 2.5 3-pointers made tonight.
Over.
Easy.
Over.
He feeling it.
That was
it's like a bold prediction to not think that he would.
Yeah,
at this point.
I mean, because that's what he is to this offense now, man. Like, Toby's been changed to that. But he's taking that role on it. He's been knocking down shots down.
It's been effective. It's about the effectiveness of it. It's been effective. Spacing, attention paid to a player. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I think that works out the way Toby occupies a defender. Or at least he's going to start occupying a defender. That's what I like about the little bit that Melton bring. You got to pay attention to him out there. That creates spacing. So he's not crushing with 15 and 16 a night. Well, he's an all right defender, and that the fact that you got to pay attention to him creates spacing. That's my thing with Melton. Although we want more from like a few guys. Matter of play calling, I guess.
I honestly want more from everybody except for the big two right now. Like everybody give us more than what they're giving us.
Yeah.
I said I love Toby's 18, but I would love to. I think Toby could have scored 26, 27 if he got his number called in the second half. I feel like Melton has been a shell of himself since the change of the clock, since the change of the new year. I feel like since Maxey went to the bench, he's just a roller coaster. He'll have a 20-point game, but then he'll have a 6-point game. I need everybody.
He's still a pretty good defender, though. But if you want certain players to have certain amount of points, you got to do the math, man, and be kind of rational about the situation. You give Toby 26, you give Melton 16, and B4. We're not scoring $140, but 50. Somebody got to not do so much, which I hope would be Embiid, so he ain't got to work so hard. But I think Embiid gonna do what he do, no matter what the circumstances. So these guys not gonna have 20 and 15 and 40. Just don't turn the ball over, play D, and that's all I ask.
And that's the thing. I don't need 20 out of Melton, but it would be nice to see 12.
Well, Tobias.
That's it.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see 12 from Melton.
Yeah.
We need
12.
I totally I agree, but my criticisms when it comes to scoring or not comes with shots taken and shots missed. If you took 3 shots, you ain't going to have 12. If Yang take 4 or 5 shots tops, that's 15, but he's not making 5 threes all the time or likely. So you're going to have 8 points.
But I look at Niang. If he shoots 5 threes, I expect 3 of them. So that's 9 right there. If he only shoot 5 shots.
9.
Listen,
and he did drive to the basket 13 times this season.
90% of George Niang's threes are open threes. It's not like he's shooting in people's face. Like, I expect him to make. He's a specialist. He makes.
Do you know why Tyrese Maxey was somewhat successful in the starting lineup offensively?
I don't think he was.
Offensively, he averaged 19 points a game.
He averaged 20. He averaged 20.
21
to the bench.
20,
yeah.
Because
21 and a half.
Because not only just with Harden being the point guard that he is, but you have to play with some sort of aggression when you're playing with Joe and Harden, 2 very ball dominant guys. So when you get those opportunities, you got to drive it, you got to take it, you got to go get fouled. You know what I mean? Get to the basket somehow, some way. I need to see. He has it in him. I understand.
Absolutely. Maxey should drive to the basket every time he got a slight window.
Oh, fact.
That's an effective play. He got to be aggressive.
I think that's what's holding him back.
I don't think Harden or Embiid have a problem with that. Like, they not looking for numbers. Embiid just ball. I don't think numbers is on his mind. He is extremely special.
I guarantee they want Maxey to get out of his slump and not get out of his slump and have 16 and have a good shooting night. They want Maxey to go out there and beat. They put the battery in his back. Harden put that battery in his back. Dog, go get a bucket, dog. That's what you do. They want that. Maxey and Harden.
Stop hesitating. Every time you get the gun.
Yeah, go ahead, dog.
We need him to be an Andrew Toney. We need Maxey to be an Andrew Toney. I don't care. If he can get to that basket and make 7 out of 12, let him do it. Because he's going to make 7 out of 12.
Yeah.
On his drive.
It was crazy. It was crazy against Bostonburg, man. It was a couple plays. The whole, I want to say third quarter, Maxey looked lost. He
Yeah.
looked like he
So
looked
why ain't he
lost.
doing
He was
nothing?
out there.
Scared, like
He was
lost.
just out there.
He looked scared and lost.
I don't
Like
know what's
super
up with
scared.
him.
And that's when that lead disappeared.
Yeah.
We should have beat Boston, man. Me and BG should have been like happy as hell that night.
But listen, I look at it this way before we go off because we're heading towards that time at 7:00. I look at it this way: we can beat Boston. I like us in a series against Boston. Why?
The
Because
ultimate optimist. Go ahead.
no, these are facts. Our third best scorer didn't score much. Okay. Just a regular game by Maxey, which is 16, 17 points by Maxey, we win that game. So, it's as easy as that. And
Tatum was off early.
he was off early, but PJ had him off early. PJ was in his mid.
PJ was monstrous,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Maybe he was holding that for now, but I gotta go. It's like I don't know.
Well, we'll talk about it more. We'll have more to talk about.
Quick bowls. Go ahead, Carl.
Oh, bowls, yeah.
Maxey 28 points.
My bold prediction is Melton 14 points.
That's
a
damn shame.
That's sad that that's bold.
Y'all just said y'all just made it sound like he can't score 14 no more. So I
know. Yeah, I guess we made it so that is a bold prediction. I guess we did.
It's a bold prediction.
I guess we did make it so that is a bold prediction. Joel Embiid, 20 free throw attempts tonight.
Oof.
20 free throw attempts tonight.
That's Shaq-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, he be flirting with it every game. He flirting with it every game. He the second highest free throw shooter in the league. Not percentage, but attempts a game.
Oh, he's second?
Yeah, he's second. Giannis goes to the line more. It's Giannis and Embiid, then Luka. Yeah, Giannis and Embiid, Luka for attempts.
Our lady of the podcast, Jen, is at the game.
I never even showed the starting lineup. It's the regular starting lineup. My bad.
Okay.
I had it up on my phone and everything.
Gennaro, we hear you. 15 assists. We hear you. So please, y'all come back after the game. Join us for post game so we could wrap it up and bust it up about beating the Heat tonight. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And put your attention on top of the screen. You'll notice we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. We depend on word of mouth advertisements. So, BG, what we need people to do?
Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the Eat Sleep Sixes podcast.
And if you didn't understand in English, BG, tell them in Espanol.
No.
And he froze.
He froze.
No te olvide a decirle. Go ahead, BG.
I just did.
No, you froze. No.
Oh, I froze? All right, here we go.
He ain't gonna get it out.
I ain't gonna get it now, man. I did it perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man.
Y'all gonna hear it on post game, y'all.
You already know
all right, y'all.
man. Let's go Sixers. See y'all post game.
111.